So buckle up, because Boosie Badazz just did what Boosie does best. Detonated the internet without warning. We're talking full nuclear meltdown, baby. The man woke up, chose violence, and decided to roast King Harris like a Thanksgiving turkey dipped in disrespect. And then, boom! A leaked Snitch audio hit the web that made everybody clutch their AirPods and whisper, "Ain't no way this real." Yes, the same King Harris, T.I. and Tiny's crown prince of chaos, is now at the center of one of the most jaw-dropping leaks the hip-hop world's seen all year. You thought the Blueface and Chrisean saga was wild? Nah, this makes that look like preschool drama at a Chuck E. Cheese. In this audio, voices are allegedly heard dropping names, spilling secrets, and straight up violating the street code like it's expired warranty paper. And the second Boosie caught wind, he didn't hold back. The man went off, like caps lock, uncensored Louisiana fury. The clip dropped at midnight. And by sunrise, the internet was split between Boosie the truth teller and King Harris the rat. This isn't just a scandal. This is a generational roast disguised as an investigation. And trust me, it's about to get ugly. The internet had barely recovered from last week's drama when this new explosion hit. And it wasn't just a spark. It was a full-blown Boosie meltdown that sent hip-hop Twitter into DEFCON 1. At 11:47 p.m., some random Instagram page called Street Leaks 504 dropped what they claimed was a confidential audio clip featuring none other than King Harris, T.I., and Tiny's outspoken son, allegedly running his mouth about a situation. Nobody knew what that situation was yet. But within seconds, that 5-second audio went viral faster than a Nicki vs. Cardi subtweet. In the clip, a voice that sounds suspiciously like King Harris says something along the lines of, "I ain't trying to go down for nobody, bro. I told him what I knew. That's it." 16 words. No context. But in the world of the internet, you don't need context, just chaos. The post instantly blew up. People were tagging Boosie before the clip even hit 10K views. Why? Because Boosie is basically the internet's self-appointed street code sheriff. The man treats snitching accusations like the Supreme Court treats cases. Every detail, every decibel gets examined under a microscope of madness. And when Boosie finally saw the clip, he went off. He didn't even wait for a fact check. He grabbed his phone, hit record, and unleashed a full-blown sermon of Southern fury. His live started with, "Man, I told y'all these new kids ain't built like that. You can't have money, a mansion, and morals and pick two." Then he took it further. T.I. must be somewhere shaking his head. This what happened when you raise your boy on Wi-Fi instead of Waffle House? The chat went ballistic. Comments flying faster than bullets in a Lil Durk verse. Boosie snapping like he the district attorney. King better drop a diss track ASAP. Does someone get T.I. off Twitter before he writes an essay again? And they weren't wrong. Because if there's one thing guaranteed in this universe, it's that T.I. will respond in dictionary format. But before we get to him, let's rewind. How did we even get here? King Harris, for those living under a rock, is the outspoken son of rapper T.I. and Tiny Harris, a mix of rap royalty and reality TV chaos. The kid grew up on national television, literally learning algebra while cameras followed him around the house. Over the years, he's gone from adorable celebrity kid to young rapper trying to prove he's street. And that's where the trouble always begins. You see, King's been trying to prove he's real ever since that infamous Waffle House fight went viral. The one where he yelled, "I'm not like y'all regular people." Yeah, that clip's still haunting him like a ghost in his Wi-Fi. So when this new Snitch audio dropped, people didn't just hear it, they believed it. It fit the internet's favorite narrative. Rich kid wants street cred but can't handle street code. Meanwhile, Boosie, who's practically hip-hop's human lie detector, took the opportunity to turn it into a sermon. In the live, he shouted, "If that boy really said that, his daddy need to ground him from rap. He can't even say trap no more. That's a federal word now." Then he laughed, that signature Boosie laugh that sounds halfway between a cough and a thunderclap. By now, the live had over 200K viewers. Memes started dropping in real time. One showed Boosie holding a Bible labeled Street Code 101. Another showed King Harris edited into a courtroom scene with Boosie as the judge yelling, "You violated the code, youngin'." Twitter was on fire. One tweet read, "Boosie don't even work for the feds, but somehow runs hip-hop probation." Another said, "King Harris got more drama than an entire Zeus Network lineup." But the real shocker came when another extended version of the leak surfaced, this one from a different account with clearer audio. You could hear voices laughing, some chatter about catching heat, and someone in the background saying, "Bro, just tell them what you know so we can go home," fans went feral. They swore it was King and one of his crew members. Reddit detectives compared waveforms, matched voices, slowed it down, ran it through AI filters. It turned into a full-blown digital investigation. Meanwhile, King stayed silent. Not a post, not a story, not even a passive-aggressive lyric. For 24 hours straight, he vanished. And that silence only made things worse. Because in the internet's logic, silence equals guilt. And that's when Boosie decided to take things nuclear. He went live again, saying, "If that audio real, I'ma tell you right now, we need to stop letting these kids play gangster. Ain't no half street, ain't no part-time G. You either solid or you salad." He was on fire. Every word was a quote waiting to trend. Clips from his rant hit TikTok and went viral instantly. Some fans agreed with him, saying, "Boosie just saying what everyone thinking." Others dragged him for bullying a kid. But Boosie didn't care. "That boy grown enough to fight in a Waffle House, he grown enough to face the smoke," he said. Meanwhile, T.I. finally broke his silence with, you guessed it, a philosophical essay on Instagram. The post started with, "A man's name is his honor. My son's journey is his own. Let him stand on it." It was long, poetic, and filled with dictionary-level vocabulary that made fans joke. T.I. typing like he's submitting this to Harvard. Then Tiny chimed in too, posting a heart emoji and the words, "We know our truth," which, of course, only made the internet scream, "What truth?" By now, the drama had spread from hip-hop blogs to mainstream gossip sites. Headlines read, "Boosie versus King Harris, Street Code Showdown. Leaked audio sparks generational beef between legends. T.I. defends son as Boosie declares." Street martial law. The situation was snowballing out of control. Memes, think pieces, reaction videos, remixes. Yes, remixes. Someone literally took the leaked Snitch audio and turned it into a drill beat. The track hit SoundCloud within hours, titled, "Tell What You Know, Feat. The Feds." And that's when you realized this wasn't just a scandal anymore. It was entertainment warfare, because the Boosie versus King Harris saga wasn't just about loyalty or street code. It was about legacy. A rap legend calling out a rap prince, an old-school general versus a new-age influencer, and as the dust settled on day 2 of the chaos, one thing was clear. This wasn't ending anytime soon. Because the next leak? Oh, it was about to make this one look like a warm-up act. If the first leak was a firecracker, the next one was a grenade lobbed straight into hip-hop history. Because just when you thought the Boosie versus King Harris situation couldn't get any uglier, a new clip hit the internet that made everyone drop their phones like they'd just touched the stove. It dropped around 2 a.m. on a random Wednesday, the Universal Hour of Chaos, and on a Twitter account called Trap Leaks Daily. The caption said, "Extended audio. Boosie knew more than y'all think." And the video attached? A 45-second clip that sounded like a group chat turned interrogation. You could clearly hear voices, one allegedly belonging to King Harris, the other sounding like an associate talking about clearing names before Boosie finds out. There were mentions of police pressure, keeping it solid, and the now infamous line, "Ain't nobody finna crash for somebody else." Within 5 minutes, it was everywhere. Instagram, TikTok, Reddit, YouTube Shorts, and the internet collectively screamed, "This is wild!" Boosie wasted no time. He went live again, looking like a man who'd just been proven right by the universe itself. See? See what I'm talking about?" he shouted into the camera, pacing like a preacher in a revival tent. "You can't be talking all that gangsta talk and then fold like laundry when the heat on. That ain't real, that's reality TV energy." Twitter instantly turned into the Boosie Church of Truth. Hashtags like Boosie was right, Street Code 101, and King Harris exposed flooded timelines. But here's where it got even messier because, of course it always does, fans started dragging T.I., claiming he was the original Snitch, bringing up that old viral clip where he admitted to testifying against a deceased cousin. Suddenly, this wasn't just about King. The whole Harris family got dragged into the mud. One tweet went viral saying, "Snitching runs in the Harris bloodline like talent and vocabulary." Brutal. Meanwhile, Boosie was having the time of his life. He reposted memes, laughed on camera, and dropped a one-liner so savage it instantly became legendary. "You can't raise a lion in a mansion and expect him to survive the jungle." And expect him to survive the jungle. That line instantly viral. It hit TikTok, got sampled in freestyles, and even popped up on t-shirts within 24 hours. But not everyone was laughing. Tiny posted a cryptic story with a Bible verse about false witnesses, while King finally broke his silence. He hopped on Instagram Live wearing designer shades and said, "Y'all really believe everything on the internet? I ain't never told on nobody, bro. That audio fake, AI, whatever. I don't even talk like that." But his delivery? Whew. It had that nervous energy. You know, when someone's trying too hard to sound unbothered. The internet smelled fear like sharks in shallow water. The comment section lit up like Times Square. If it's fake, why it sound exactly like you, though? Bro sweating like he at a Boosie concert. This man lying through veneers. And just like that, King's denial became meme material. People stitched his live next to Boosie's rants, editing it like a boxing match. Round 1, street code versus rich kid energy. But then, as if this whole thing needed another plot twist, Charleston White jumped in, because of course he did. This man could sense a viral argument from across the country. He went live yelling, "I told y'all!" That boy King been fake thuggin' since he came out the womb. He got Wi-Fi, not war scars. The clip blew up instantly. Even Boosie couldn't help but laugh, commenting under a repost with the crying emoji. Now the whole internet was split down the middle. You had the Boosie disciples, fans who believed King was soft and needed to respect the code. And then you had the Gen Z soldiers, people saying Boosie was bullying a 19-year-old, trying to grow up in peace. Hip-hop culture turned into a generational war zone. Overnight, podcasts jumped in too. DJ Academics called it the funniest beef of the year, saying, "Boosie going harder on King than rappers he actually beefed with." Meanwhile, Jillian Wallow from $1 Million Worth of Game took a serious approach. Y'all need to stop pushing these kids into street politics. They entertainers, not enforcers, but the internet didn't care about nuance. They wanted fireworks. And they got them because T.I., being T.I., dropped a response video so long it could have been a TED Talk. In it, he said, "Ain't nobody in my bloodline ever compromised integrity. But I'll tell you this, you cross my child, you cross me." It was calm, articulate, and dangerous. The kind of tone that said, "I'm rich enough to sue you and petty enough to enjoy it." Boosie clapped back within an hour. He posted a new live saying, "Man, I ain't scared of no dictionary gangster. T.I. gotta use a thesaurus just to talk to me. Keep it real, bruh, we all heard the tape." It was savage. The internet ate it up like Thanksgiving leftovers. Memes flooded every corner. Boosie and T.I. were photoshopped into a versus battle flyer titled, "Words vs. War." But things really hit a fever pitch when a third leak surfaced. This time, it wasn't audio. It was a text thread allegedly showing King messaging someone about telling the truth before it gets worse. Whether real or fake, it lit social media on fire. Boosie was right again. People screamed, "King trying to cover his tracks." Boosie posted a reaction video laughing so hard he couldn't breathe. The boy said telling the truth, that's a confession, not a clarification. By now, even casual fans who didn't care about hip-hop were tuning in just to watch the chaos. CNN could have reported on an alien invasion and folks would still be like, "But what Boosie say about King Tho?" Then, as if this saga was being directed by Quentin Tarantino, Boosie dropped a diss track. Yes, a full-blown diss track titled Street Sermon. In it, he rapped, "You got mansion morals, TikTok fame, but when that pressure come, you forgot your name. Your daddy taught you big words, not big game. Now Boosie got you trending in street shame." It was outrageous, disrespectful, and absolutely viral. Within hours, it hit 1 million views. King tried to clap back with a snippet of his own, but the damage was done. Boosie had already won the internet that week. Still, not everyone found it funny. OG rappers started weighing in. Snoop Dogg commented, "We need peace in the family, not beef in the streets." Fat Joe called it entertainment gone too far. Even Master P posted a message saying, "This generation need guidance, not gossip." But by that point, the story had grown legs, arms, and a TikTok filter. Boosie and King Harris weren't just names in a headline. They were memes, punchlines, and cultural references. And while Boosie was celebrating his victory, something unexpected started brewing behind the scenes, something that would flip the script completely. Because what if the Snitch audio wasn't what it seemed at all? Rumors started circulating that the voice might have been AI generated. possibly part of a setup to frame King and bait Boosie into another viral meltdown. Screenshots began surfacing of a digital producer, claiming credit for testing an AI voice experiment that went too far. Suddenly, the internet went from dragging King to asking, wait, was this all fake? And that, right there, was the moment the whole scandal morphed into something way deeper. Not about street code anymore, but about how dangerous the internet's new reality had become. Because when technology, ego, and fame collide, someone always ends up getting played. And trust me, the third act of this story, that's where the real smoke starts. Just when you thought this Boosie versus King Harris saga had already hit its peak, the entire narrative flipped upside down, harder than Blueface trying to explain a custody battle. Because while the internet was laughing, clowning, and making memes, a bombshell twist dropped that made everybody go, hold up. What if King was telling the truth this whole time? It started when a tech blogger, yes, a tech blogger, not a hip-hop source, posted a detailed thread showing that the so-called Snitch audio might have been AI generated. He broke it down like a CSI episode for nerds. Waveform patterns, synthetic pitch shifts, metadata timestamps. The evidence was wild. Apparently, parts of the clip had digital stitching, meaning the voice could have been cloned. The thread went viral in under an hour. Suddenly, everyone who'd been roasting King all week was scrambling to delete their tweets. The same people calling him Lil Snitchy were now tweeting, wait, this AI stuff getting scary. Boosie, on the other hand, wasn't buying it. Not at first. He hopped on Live for the 4th time that week and said, man, y'all really trying to tell me a computer made that boy snitch? If that's true, we all doomed. But the look on his face said it all. Even Boosie was starting to wonder if the internet had played him. Meanwhile, King Harris came back swinging. He went live again, this time without shades, without filters, just raw energy. Y'all dragged me through the dirt, he said. Y'all called me soft, y'all called me fake, and now it come out that somebody trying to frame me with a robot voice? Bro, that's evil, and honestly, for the first time, the internet started to side with him. Comments shifted from clown emojis to sympathy. Low-key. I feel bad now. Boosie owe that boy an apology. This generation can't even defend themselves against fake leaks anymore. That's when the story hit the mainstream. Major outlets started covering it, not as a snitch scandal, but as a case study in digital manipulation. CNN literally ran a segment titled, When AI Goes Gangsta, the King Harris Controversy. That same night, Boosie finally broke character. He went live, not angry this time, but almost reflective. I might owe the young man a call, he said quietly. If that was AI, that's different. But if it wasn't, I still stand on what I said. Classic Boosie, halfway apology, halfway double down. But the internet didn't let him off that easy. TikTok users flooded his comments with clips of his old rants, edited with robotic filters. One viral post had the caption, AI Boosie apologizing to AI King Harris in 2045. It was hilarious and hauntingly accurate. Because this whole thing had become more than beef. It was a cultural wake-up call. How fast we believe, how quick we cancel, and how deep the internet will dig for views. T.I. then re-entered the chat, this time with a calm, calculated video. He said, my family has been disrespected publicly, so let this apology be public too. Then he paused, looked dead at the camera, and added, Boosie, you my brother. But you gotta learn. Every microphone ain't the truth, every leak ain't the streets. That line? Instant classic. Quoted, memed, printed on shirts. Hip-hop philosophers were eating it up. Boosie responded later that night with, respect tip, but you know me, I keep it real, even when the internet fake. Now, the wildest part? That supposed AI producer, the guy who leaked the fake audio, actually posted a confession video. Face blurred, voice distorted, he said, I was testing a viral experiment using cloned voices. I never expected it to go this far. Bro turned a family feud into a full-blown case study in digital chaos. Boosie went ballistic again, but not at King this time. Man, I've been trolled by a laptop? A robot made me go viral? He shouted. You could practically hear the existential crisis in his voice. I thought the ops was after me, not the algorithms. The irony? The whole situation actually made both Boosie and King Harris more famous. Boosie's rants were being remixed into parody tracks. King was suddenly being called the victim of digital defamation, and Zeus Network was reportedly considering a docuseries titled Boosie versus the Machine. Meanwhile, fans started seeing King in a whole new light. He went from spoiled celebrity kid to the kid who survived the internet. Even haters had to admit, he handled the fallout better than most grown rappers would have. Still, some folks weren't ready to let Boosie slide. One viral tweet said, "Boosie needs to apologize louder than he accused." Another said, "He made this boy a meme. Now he gotta make him a man again." Boosie finally addressed that. In his final live about the situation, he said, "If it was fake, I'm man enough to say I got played. But y'all gotta understand, the streets taught me one thing: protect your name." That's all I was doing. And surprisingly, King actually commented under it with a handshake emoji. The internet lost it. 2 generations of chaos, finally calling a truce, even if just symbolically. From there, the energy shifted. Fans started saying, "Boosie the uncle who overreacts," "King the nephew who learned the game the hard way." People were laughing again, but this time with relief instead of rage. By the weekend, both of them were trending again, this time for reconciliation. Boosie even joked on X, "Me and King might drop a track together, call it AI Ain't Real." Whether he meant it or not, the internet was already begging for it, and honestly, that's the perfect summary of this generation. Chaos, cancellations, AI drama, and then a collab. Because beneath all the beef, the shade, and the fake leaks, something bigger was exposed: the internet's obsession with instant outrage. Boosie went from hero to hater to humbled in under a week. King went from villain to victim to viral again. And the rest of us? We sat back, grabbed popcorn, and refreshed the timeline like addicts. But one thing's for sure: this scandal will go down as the moment the streets met the servers. The day hip-hop realized that not even realness is safe from digital fakeness. So whether you believe King snitched, Boosie overreacted, or AI just became the new Illuminati, one truth remains. This story showed us that in 2025, reality doesn't need evidence. It just needs engagement, and if that doesn't make you nervous, you haven't been paying attention. Because today it's King Harris. Tomorrow, it might be your voice cloned in a headline you never said. But for now, the saga ends where it started. Boosie yelling, King defending, and the internet watching like it's Love and Hip Hop Louisiana edition. And somewhere out there, a computer's already cooking up the next scandal. Stay ready. The next leak might just break the internet all over again. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the internet's latest masterpiece. A digital soap opera starring Boosie Badazz, King Harris, and one very messy robot. This story had everything: leaked tapes, AI scandals, public apologies, Bible verses, and Boosie screaming into his iPhone like it owed him rent money. You can't write drama this good. Unless you're me, but don't you dare scroll away yet, because around here, the madness never stops. Tomorrow's rumor is already brewing in somebody's group chat. And you know we'll be here to break it down before TMZ even wakes up. So go ahead, smash that like button like it's Boosie's Wi-Fi bill. Drop your theories in the comments and tell me, was King Harris framed? Or did AI just expose how fast we all believe anything with a microphone? Because in this world, truth and trolling are basically roommates. Make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, and join the most unfiltered corner of YouTube, where we turn leaked chaos into legendary commentary. And every scandal becomes a cinematic universe. Here, we don't do breaking news. We do broken reputations, billionaire beef, and busted egos. And remember, every time you think the internet can't get crazier, it proves you wrong in 4K. This is real realness, where the streets meet the servers, the rumors meet the receipts, and the truth. Well, the truth just tries to keep up. So stay tuned, stay toxic, in moderation, and keep those comments spicy. Because the next scandal? Oh, it's already loading, and trust me, it's gonna make this one look like a warm-up act. Like a warm-up act.